dink. It's gotta go dink. Every time you go dink, dink. So whenever Planned Parenthood gets their funds, so now I'm distraught. Now I'm like wondering about the Republicans. Now I'm wondering why they didn't hold their ground. Because the liberals actually said that they were going to shut down the government if Planned Parenthood didn't get their disgusting um, whatever things to prevent people from having babies and um, so do people like sponsor people with jobs? Do they know that they're sponsoring people like contraception? You know, do you do you think that it's because people or like other people, maybe rich folks, people making the laws and stuff. They're like, oh, we must give these people contraceptives because we cannot let them possibly be having babies. So maybe that's what the abortion thing's all about. I'm all against it 100%, and I'll tell you that, and I'll be straight with you. Anybody, anywhere. I have not changed. I've always been firm on abortion. I say no, it is wrong. So it's probably the Christian side of me saying that, saying some of these things. But so I'm just wondering when these Republicans go and they give billions of dollars away and they help liberal causes out, are they any different than these liberal mugwumps that definitely need changing and replaced? They make it apparent so that we're possibly going to have to change our whole entire government altogether because this Republican Democrat thing, you finally get the liberal in there to stampede your liberal everything, and it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I'll show you. I'm looking up here. I'm leaving because I believe I need to go. I need to leave here because I believe that the liberals in Washington and other places, it says I'm not this thing. Monica, I'm gonna have to do that. Let's see what this is on. Alright. So the reason why I feel like I need to leave and go somewhere else is because I feel like I'm being stabbed in the back. So like if um, Christians weren't like having people kind of like being shitty to them, then why would I be looking at right here in my search? Where in the world can you move and you won't be messed with about by being a Christian? That's what I searched. So these guys, some of them say like this guy kind of right here. This is what you just read right here in the front kind of made sense. Like this guy, it sounded like Christian rock band. He went was heavily influenced. Maybe he put on an act, so he had a place to live or something like that. He hung out with these people for whatever reason. He was going to the church, but what they're saying is they've never had a relationship with Christ, so they never knew he really existed. They never saw that. So, anyways, so these guys have been at Planned Parenthood. They've been caught red-handed, selling and making money illegally, dirty, and they're trying to cover their 6 o'clocks now, and they're trying to say that what they did was legal, but it's not legal what they did. You can't cut up baby parts and sell them. It's illegal, but it's already morbid. And you remember what I said at the beginning? I said I'm highly against that, and now I like I'll do it, but I don't even like not wearing my shirt or jeans because now because um they filled the place with so much sin, I think that definitely the wrong people would be looking at me, attracted to me, sending the wrong signal. So I'm just careful like that. I'm gonna go. I'm not like a Muslim or anything or jihad, but I believe in covering yourself up these days. Our clothes that we wear here are all like that, but if we had places like that where you could go in there and you could dress like how even a Christian would, you know, in some of these other places, I would start maybe dressing like that because it didn't have anything to do with my being really ashamed. I'm like very highly ashamed of everybody, of everything in this place. So I wanted to try to ask if I could opt out of not having to pay tax. And I wasn't going to be upfront. I wasn't going to try and get out of it. I was just saying if I didn't pay you, to the government and everybody else, if I didn't say I didn't pay you, I wouldn't be able to use these things. I'd have to pay for it if I actually it came down to emergency or something and I did. I would just say, can I opt out of that? Not be my own country or them to try to look at me like that, but I would definitely operate like as a military myself, and I'd have my own territory where it would not affect them or affect me or get in the way. Not doing it because I hate the government, just doing it because I think everybody in society is going to get themselves blown up, basically. I think that the things that everybody is doing is at such a high rate of wrong that they're gonna get us killed, especially with this Obama thing. And then you want to attack me. They had a 90-year-old guy today on Sean Hannity yelling and screaming at Sean Hannity because he's convinced that Obama is the greatest thing that ever happened, and has absolutely no idea of the damage that guy has done just with their military and what Democrats do with their military. And then they make excuses in the middle of pretty much a war, too. They're going to make an excuse on why we need to limit our military, why we need to close more military bases. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's sickening. He also brought up Iraq, and Iraq is in every single thing that you talk about Obama is sickening. Okay, because as soon as he pulled our troops out of Iraq, he had to send like 500 troops right back in there. So he just thinned our guys out majorly. Put all of our allies in the shit can so that they can over there where we don't see it, they can get flipped upside down their whole world. Iraq is one of the most dangerous. It's in the top 5 dangerous places in the world. It should be one of the safest places. By now, they should have been able to have done something different, but what are you gonna do? I don't know. They have so many people and so many refugees, but people like Obama are not fighting for Christians. He's fighting for extremists, and he bullshitted everybody for over 9/11, over that crap, over the terrorists that's really attacking us, and us being in a war that was real serious that we needed to partake in. He pulled us out of there so that it can be radically, fundamentally transformed. It's it's hope and change. So, anyways, I just wanted to kind of say like, if they do a third party thing, I don't know exactly about leaving America, but I'm looking for a safer place where people won't give you shit. Where if you tell them you're a Christian, they'll be like, "Oh, I understand," or whatever. You know, they're not like, "Oh, fuck you, dick." Pardon my language, but I'm just saying, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to talk like that when you're a Christian. And I admit it. I'm wrong. There's a lot of confusion, and there's a lot of other Christians that do that, and they proclaim to be Christian too. So what I'm saying is, maybe this place might maybe help me out or whatnot, but I'm looking at not necessarily that as being like my downside either. I'm trying to not have a downside, but only have an upside in anyways. And it's I really think that people I need to take people who maybe had said this before a little bit more serious that really want to establish their own militias. Somehow we're gonna have to figure out how to get our troops home. I don't know. I don't know what to do about this because we all gambled on them going overseas, knowing that a liberal could get in there. And then the one that they threw in there was a Muslim. He acted like he's a terrorist, like he loves the terrorists or something, and said, and like, I mean, he like swore he was gonna close Guantanamo Bay down as soon as he got in there. So everybody talking this whack garbage about the two differences. So I guess if it came down to it, I would go vote for Jeb Bush. I don't want him to be the president. I really don't, because I felt disgraced by him when he gave Hillary Clinton, a person who dishonored the Gold Star mothers, some Gold Star mothers, when her husband was president. A lady who would not allow Marines dressed in dress blues or in their uniform to go in the White House unless they were wearing a suit and tie. That woman, uh, he gave her a Liberty Medal, a Liberty Award, and people I kind of talked to or whatever about it, they said that he was only doing what his job or what he was supposed to do or whatever, you know. And that's like status quo with these people. You know, if you're president, you're the president. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for America. Don't sit down. You know what I mean? Your time to like take action, and all those people knew that. They all knew. He like, if he would have done all the right things, we would just disliked him anyways. He was bound to do all the wrong things no matter what, regardless. He didn't do any of the right stuff at all, so you can't really ask if, you know, if Obama would have done all the stuff that we wanted him to do, like finish the war in Iraq. Don't just pull chicken shit out of there. And also, send our troops up the Iranian president's ass while you're at it. That's what we wanted. So some people thought like Bush was not really jerking us around with Afghanistan and Iraq. He really was going to make a nice free marketplace over there in the world, and at the same time, so I don't know if it was exactly Bush not getting it done, but I know that there's a little bit of talk earlier in Hannity was all, I'm done with Bush, you know, and we are too. We're done with them too. But I just want to know how many liberals were in there pushing Bush around to tell him, because he made a deal for everything that he did liberal. I guarantee you, he did a conservative something for the conservatives. At the same time, he did a liberal move. So the Democrats are real bastards. They're trick ass liars when it comes to voting and getting you to vote for them. In particular, they lie out their ass because they know that they worked hand in hand with George W. Bush the entire 8 years that he was in there. It didn't really change nothing whenever his first, before Bush's first 2 years. The Republican Party had some people in Congress that cold snockered society in the conservatives back in like 2000 and I guess it would have had to have been three or so or two. What they did, it was early, so it had to have been two. So what they did was um, one went independent and a couple others went Democrat. In the middle, before we had a chance to vote. So that's your government persuading and forcing something again. They said, "Oh, we're not going to wait for people to vote 2 years from now or a year from now." They said, "We're going to take over right now, even though you got your Republican in there. He's going to go fight this war or whatever, you know." They're liars. They are straight up liars. All of that, I tell everybody, hey, well, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. We're damned if we don't, because whenever you don't have a U.S. presence, you have some other presence there. And I just don't know. In the past, I know that they were untrustable presence, like in Vietnam. That's why they say America didn't lose Vietnam. The Vietnamese people lost Vietnam. Is because they really did. They lost out from us not winning the war for them. At least having half of their country. If we were able to have half of their country, like we hope South Korea do with theirs, they'd have a freer market. So all those communist places are just catching up to the rest of the world when it comes to how free markets, people freely being able to conduct business, that are conducting honest business, that do good, they are successful. Yeah, you know, because they didn't have to swindle anybody and they're comfortable. So no, you change all of that. You know, they killed millions of people when they backed out of Vietnam. Millions. So, anyways, I just think that all this boils down to is people, whenever they don't have a job, if you don't have a job, just remember who feeds you or who takes care of you is definitely somebody with a job. If you have an income, it was either you worked for it and you retired from it, but it came from somebody with a job. So I'm just saying, people who don't have a job, they should either lobby for people that work and be asking this question, be all up in the government 6 o'clock, all in their face about, well, everybody else pays for their own condom. I don't believe in doing that. I don't know. I'm not, I'm not gonna, condemn anybody for saying that's between them and God. I'm just saying, if you are getting some kind of something from the government, is it because you need it? Is it because there's something more to it? Or, what's going on? You know? I just don't understand why the Republicans didn't stand their ground. It's ridiculous. It makes me kind of, it makes me really question the party. I have not ever voted for a Democrat or liberal ever in my entire life. Ever since I've been voting, I haven't ever always voted for a Republican. Always. So I'm not gonna stop or start um you know voting for them now. So when people aren't working, I wish that they were um you know able to think about this and give a little bit of their free time and lobby the best that they can every once in a while for people with jobs and just ask the government, you know, why are you paying for all these people to have contraceptives and abortions? Is it because you don't want those kind of people in the world? Those are the kind of people that you don't want in the world? Or they can't, you want to give them a crutch to not have to go buy their own contraceptives, or just something more to it. Or the government knows somebody who makes the contraceptives. He's a Democrat. So they have to sell their condoms. Something. I don't know. But it bothered me, so I just figured I would upload it and share it.